Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video we are going to be talking about my 120 gallon Reef aquarium, and I'm going to be breaking down everything about how much this aquarium has costed me. And when I did the calculations, ooh, I was surprised. It cost a lot more than I expected. So to break this down, I'm going to be discussing the full retail price of all of the equipment included in the system. That's going to be the rocks, sand, all the filtration equipment, and everything. Now the tank, the stand, and the sump cost me $300, so I can't really do retail on that just because it is like a custom tank, but I bought it used, so we're just gonna keep the tank, the stand, and the sump price at $300. The rest of the equipment is all gonna be retail. Now keep in mind, this is what it would cost if you went and purchased it like right now. This is not what I paid for it because I got stuff, you know, there was stuff on sale, part of it was sponsored. So I'm just gonna be going with the retail price on all the equipment just so you guys can get kind of an idea of how everything penciled out. So right off the bat, like I mentioned, tank, stand, and sump, $300, basic. Next up are my lights. So these are current USA lights, and they are connected to a Bluetooth controller. And that Bluetooth controller allows me to control all of the lights from my phone. Now that same controller also connects to the wave makers and the flow pump, so that price kind of needs to be factored in everywhere, but we're just going to do a lump sum of the 2 lights plus the Bluetooth controller, and that is $400. Next up is the lid that holds the lights. That's 20 bucks, just a simple mesh lid. Now third is going to be the wave makers. I have 2 wave makers. They're both by Current USA, and those are about $60 a piece, so $120 for both of those. Now next up, moving into the tank, we have the rocks. So the life rock is the purple rock on the right side of my tank, and then the dry rock was the rock on the left side of my tank, basically. So the life rock would cost about $109, and that is 20 pounds of the life rock shapes. This is just the price I literally pulled off of like a fish website. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't remember it, but that was $109. And then the dry rock I estimated about $50 if we did it per pound at a cheap local fish store. So $50 for the dry rock and $109 for the life rock. So the sand I used, Carib Sea's Hawaiian Black sand, is live sand, and I think I got around 80 pounds in here, so that works out to $72 just in sand. Next up is filter socks. I use 7-inch filter socks in this aquarium, and a pack of 2 runs about $12. Now for heating, I have about 300 watts of heating going on in this aquarium. I have 2 Eheim heaters. One is 200 watts and one is 100 watt. The 200 watt was $29 and the 100 watt was $24. Next up, I have my Bubble Magus Curve 5 protein skimmer. Now this skimmer is a bit small for my aquarium. Regardless, it was $209, and I'm probably gonna upgrade that very soon. Next up, I have a little filter pad that was $10 that I keep between the 2 baffles of my sump to prevent micro bubbles from going into the return pump. And then also in there I have some bio balls, and those were $15. I also have a clip-on refugium light that grows the macroalgae in there, and that refugium light cost me about $26. Then I got a big thing of carbon that was about $20, and it came with a media bag, and I do run carbon in my aquarium just to kind of help remove any possible contaminants. Now, moving on to my return pump, what really powers this aquarium, it is by Current USA, and that was $177. And that also connects to the same Bluetooth controller as the wave makers and the lights. I also got an automatic top off by Tunes or Tunesy. It was $100, and it just keeps the sump topped off with the correct amount of RODI water. Then my reservoir for that is literally a trash can, and it was $5. Now, I also have a UV sterilizer, which connects from my return pump to my display aquarium, and that costs about $277. That is by AquaUV, and it is a crucial part of this aquarium. Bacteria, algae, anything like that that passes through the sterilizer gets killed and gets knocked out of the aquarium. I am in love with my UV. Then I have a $20 power strip to plug everything into. Next up, I have a SpectraPure RODI unit. This is what I use to make my salt water, and that costs about $289. Now that is essential to make sure you have 0 TDS water, perfect clean water that you use to mix your salt into. Salt is about $35 for a 200 gallon bucket, and the grand total for all of the equipment is $2,319. Crazy, but really not too bad when you think about it, because some aquariums cost around $2,000 for the bare tank, stand, and sump. So it's really not that bad in the scheme of things. It just kind of was a little bit of sticker shock. But moving on to fish. So I do have a couple fish in this aquarium, as you can see, but I'm gonna be doing the price of the fish as the price I paid. Because everyone's gonna pay different for their fish depending on where you buy them and how big they are. I'm just gonna give you guys the price I personally paid for all of these fish. So starting off with my sailfin tang, he was $26. My foxface was $35. My clownfish, there's 2 of them. One of them was free and the other one was $12. Then I have a damsel in here. That guy was also free. I have a wrasse that was $22 and 2 cardinal fish that were $10 a piece, so another $20 there. And then I also have a blue tang, which was $45. So in fish, total was $160, which is really not that bad. Now inverts aren't that bad either. I have around $20 worth of snails and crabs in here. That's just your basic cleanup crew, nothing crazy there. I have a sand sifting starfish in here. That guy was $16. And then I have 2 urchins. I have an urchin in the sump and an urchin in the display tank. The one in the display tank was free from a giveaway, and the one in the sump was $10. Those are both just pincushion urchins. Then I have 2 shrimp in here. One is a cleaner shrimp, which was $30. But I had a whole bunch of PETCO coupons, so that guy actually ended up being free. I also have a coral banded shrimp in here. That guy was $13. Same thing, whole bunch of PETCO coupons. He ended up being free. So the total for inverts was only $46, which is actually really good. Now we have the coral. So I have a lot of coral in this aquarium, and a lot of them started from very, very small frags. I'm not gonna go through each individual coral just because I do have so many. But for example, my anemones, I have like 7 or 6 or 8 anemones. I have a ton of anemones. And those all started from one anemone about this big that was $15. And then I have other corals like my elegance coral that was about $35, and my large hammer coral, which I got for free actually. So corals, it's really hard to kind of price them out. I did go through each coral individually and try to remember what I paid, and I added it all together and I got $305 for all the coral in my aquarium, and that was with getting a lot of them for free. But the ones I did pay for added up to about $305. So now for the grand total, everything, the entire cost of everything in this aquarium, here it is, $2,784. So under $3,000, and you can have a reef tank like this, assuming you're able to find stuff at the correct price. For example, the tank and stand for only $300, that's a great deal. But I hope you enjoyed kind of getting an insight to how much saltwater aquariums cost. Now remember, this cost is just how much it cost me to set up the aquarium. That's not maintenance equipment, that's not extra salt after you run out, that's not anything crazy like that. So obviously things like new RDI filters, more salt, you know, siphons, you know, cleaning equipment, more filter socks, stuff like that, that's gonna cost a little bit of extra money, but this is just the basic setup cost, and I hope you enjoy getting a little bit of an insight on how much things really cost in the aquarium hobby. Thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.